Space Croutons, season 3.14. Space Croutons, season 3.14. Join us for a tale or two. A story will enlighten you. Follow our mysterious tale. Everything will be unveiled. Space Croutons, season 3.14. Space Croutons, season 3.14.
Pi is the ratio of the circumference of any circle to the diameter of that circle, regardless of the circle's size. This ratio will always equal pi.
Record acts left a residue with powers that were somewhat new. We traveled through both space and time, through snow globes and it was sublime. Space Croutons, season 3.14.
Say what?
Space Croutons, season 3.14.
The digits of pi are approximately 3.141592635389793233846338479502884197169399.
Hello, Space Croutonians. It's Curdy here, eager to spend some quality time with you for another episode of Space Croutons. Van Helsing is parked in a secluded place far from prying eyes, so we can focus all our energy on today's show. And we couldn't do this job without the better half of our dynamic duo, Sally.
Hello, audience. Curdy, can I ask a pertinent question as we begin?
Of course.
What is your shoe size, please?
It's 10.5 wide. Why are you asking?
Wait, I am receiving a private message from someone claiming to be our serial killer. Shall I play it?
Yeah, you better.
Hello, Cheese Boy. I'm stepping out of the shadows once more to interact directly with you and your Space Croutons co-host, Silly Sally. I'm here to tell you that your time is up. Yes, you've had ample opportunity to find me and stop my shopping spree down the serial killer aisle. And you failed magnificently, just as I anticipated. You've missed clues and bungled leads I placed right in front of you. Oh, make no mistake, watching you screw it all up has provided me with moments of unbridled delight. But I've grown bored with just killing at will. It's just so easy. I need to up the ante. So I come to you with a scathingly brilliant idea. If I say so myself. Listen carefully, because I will repeat myself nevermore. In 2 weeks' time, you will come to Eden Manor, a waterfront estate located on, or more correctly, inside Pluto, for a life and death size game of Clue. I know you know the location, and I believe you played this elementary little parlor game once or twice. I hope you're good at it. I have already selected the players. Don't worry, they are all someone connected to you. They can be identified by a Greek letter tattooed on their right wrist. Sound familiar? All players will try to unmask me, but more to the point, they and you will be playing for your lives as well, as I plan to enjoy the evening by clearing up the game completely. If you all die, I win. If any of you don't show, I will cancel the game and continue my bloody hobby for the rest of my lives, but you will never hear from me again. And you don't want that, do you?
How about you listen to me, you scum? Let's not wait for some stupid clue game in 2 weeks. Why don't you just show up here, or tell me where you are, and we'll settle this right now, today.
It's so amusing that you think you have any negotiating room. Haven't you figured it out yet? My game, my rules.
Why, you...
Curdy, I must remind you, we are on the air. Nothing will get resolved by losing your cool in front of our audience. Based on the data presented, we have no choice but to prepare for the task set for us in 2 weeks.
Well, enough of this for now. I can only hold my raven form so long before I feel the urge to go steal some shiny things. Gonna fly now.
Looks like we've got some work to do, Sally. Reach out to as many of our friends as you can and see if they have a Greek letter tattoo.
A good plan, Curdy, and while I do that, you should try to cool down while we listen to a word from today's sponsor.
Getting older and your eyesight ain't what it used to be? Finding it difficult to read a menu in mood-lit fine dining establishments? Always losing your readers just when you need to read the newspaper or the fine print on important documents? Well, strain no more. We can bring your life back into focus with the latest advancement in sight enhancement, AIs. That's right, AIs are not glasses, they're actual artificial eyes, made to order in our state-of-the-art optical laboratories to fit all your eyesight needs. AIs are attached to your existing retinas by a licensed optometrist and run on new micro triple eye batteries. Be the first on your block to see clearly now with AIs.
Not suitable for all beings, including lab rats, rabbits, and lower primates, and still in beta phase testing on humans. Side effects may include headache, hallucinations, frozen pupil syndrome, constantly flowing tears, and even death.
Read the chart. AEYES, AIs from Besford Pharmaceuticals. Get yours today and see what you've been missing. And we are back, folks. Thanks, Sally, for bringing me down from those twin peaks of Sturm and Drang I was climbing. I feel better now, and that reminds me. Why did you ask about my shoe size earlier?
Well, when it was clear that the call was from our serial killer, I anticipated that they were calling to arrange the clue game they had referenced before, and having done some research regarding how humans deal with murder mysteries, I came across an old movie called Murder by Death, where a varied group of detectives are invited to an estate for dinner and a murder. As each arrives at the manor house at 222 Wayne Street and knocks on the door, a gargoyle is mysteriously tipped over from above to land on their head as a first murder attempt of the evening. Each time they were standing in a chalk-lined set of footprints exactly matching their shoe size. So I am collecting data to prepare for any and all situations in order to keep you safe.
You are a wonder, Sally. Thank you. Have you sent out word about the Greek tattoo thing?
Yes, I have, Curdy, and we have a caller waiting to speak to you about that very thing.
Well, why didn't you say so? Patch it through. Hello, who am I speaking with?
Hey, Curdy, it's Charlie, the former librarian. I'm rich now, so I quit my job, and I've been busy researching this killer of yours. Do you remember my story, Be Careful What You Wish For? You know, I found a genie, and in addition to my vast fortune, I also gained the power to know when someone is lying. Well, boy, am I glad I was listening to your show today, as I am going to be a part of this wacky clue game you talked about earlier.
Hello, Charlie. Of course we remember you. But if you were listening, you know we're not looking for volunteers. The killer has made it quite clear that participants have been singled out by a Greek letter tattoo on their right wrist.
Well, that's just it, Curdy. I woke up one morning about a week ago with a new tattoo on my right wrist. I assumed that Jeannie was pranking me to make me use my third wish, the one I'd been holding on to get rid of the ink. Well, Curdy, it's the Greek letter Rho.
Rho is the Greek letter that represents true or right movement.
I guess I'm supposed to be there for this.
But Charlie, you understand that those in the game are putting their lives at stake. We can't ask you to do that.
You ain't asking. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be there.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Hey, life has been good to me, especially lately. I want to pay it forward, so I will see you on that Plutonian shore in a couple of weeks, Team Captain Curdy.
And here's hoping that good fortune shines on us all, so we can stop the fiend behind all of this.
And oh yeah, I want to say this to them. Hey dude, ask yourself, do I feel lucky? Well, do ya, punk? Because, Curdy, I do. Oh, well, it's time to watch Truth or Consequences on Roku. It's my favorite show, and I need to practice to be at the top of my game.
Thanks again, Charlie. We'll send you the coordinates for Eden Garden Manor.
Already done, Curdy.
Roger and out.
Well, I've got to admit, Sally, things are beginning to look up for us. Charlie seems pretty capable and ready to go.
That she does. Another pertinent question for you, Curdy, if I may.
More safety preparations?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Would you find any of the following substances toxic upon ingestion? Strychnine, cyanide, hemlock, oleander, nightshade, foxglove, white snakeroot, chinaberry, castor bean, or mistletoe?
All of them, I would think?
While the classic clue game does not include poisons as a weapon, in our situation I would not rule it out. I have noted your responses. And I have another call ready to connect.
Another call? Let's do it. Hello? Who's on the line?
Jessup Doubt, Curdy. I'm the out-of-sight invisible private detective. I told you I'd see you around, but I have to say, even with all of my expertise and experience, I never saw this coming.
What are you talking about, Doubt?
I'm talking about your little serial killer playing games with innocent lives. I've been watching this situation, but it's not a comedy in my book.
You are correct, Mr. Doubt. Technically, I would classify it as a thriller.
You just said a mouthful, sister. And I'm not talking Michael Jackson, although I think his dancing was great.
Jess, are you saying you know who the killer is?
You flatter me, Kurtster. And I've been watching, at times over your shoulder, sometimes from afar. That's easy to do when no one knows you're there. And I've listened carefully to everything that's been said. Snippets of conversations, arguments and accusations, grocery shopping lists. And finally, something came to me that I think will lead me straight to your murderer.
And what's that, Doubt?
A tattoo on my right wrist. The Greek letter Zeta, if that means anything to you.
Zeta represents a direct link between spirit and matter.
That's what I figure, too. Nice work, Sally. You're starting to put the pieces together, Curd dude.
You're coming to Pluto to help us unmask the killer.
Looks like I'll be on that midnight train, all right. But I ain't happy. That blasted tattoo has spoiled my ability to do my work incognito. It sticks out like a sore thumb. The mark of the beast. A clearance sale price tag. And it's telling everyone around me where I am. And I can't hide it with a patch over it. Or makeup. Any cover-up just sits on top of it and exposes my presence as well. I might as well be in a tuxedo, a top hat, and spats. I mean, they could have used invincible ink, but no, they knew exactly what they were doing, and that definitely makes them a formidable nemesis. Yeah, I owe a debt to whoever did this to me, and I intend to pay them back in full, if you get my drift.
Consider your drift gotten, Mr. Doubt.
I gotta tell you, Jess, if you help us get this guy, then we'll owe you big time.
We'll discuss my day rates and expenses later. Right now, I've got to head down to the local hash house to see a hack about a heap, so I can hotfoot it to that sinister little soiree being hosted by that murderous, craven Maltese raven in a couple of weeks.
Jess, wait!
Not to worry. I'll be in touch.
That takes care of half the team, Curdy, yourself, Jessup Doubt, and Charlie. This complicates my preparations, but I am determined to keep you all safe, and that requires another question, if I may.
Sure, Sally. Let's get this over with.
How is your sense of balance these days? Would you say circus tightrope worthy, balance beam routine adequate, carpeted walkways with a cane assist capable? or banana peel pratfall prone?
Well, I would say I have no problems whatsoever walking upright these days.
Good. That will make staircase shoves or bathroom slips less likely and therefore fend off murder attempts made to look like accidents.
I feel safer already. Any more calls?
As we speak, I am receiving a collect call from someone calling themselves Ridosteer. I will accept the charges to connect.
Hello, Ridosteer? This is Curdy Clammerwood at Space Croutons. I don't mean to be rude, but we are rather busy here, and I'm not familiar with who you are. Is this call important?
Yes, this call is important, and you're wrong about not being familiar with who I am. My name is not really Ridosteer, but you should recognize my voice.
Curdy, voice print records indicate that the caller is the female serial killer from episode 3 this season. She is the one who was in a personal/predator relationship with Raymond Fernandez, who was then killed in the prison library after we aired the episode.
Sally's got it. Congrats and hello.
Okay, Ridosteer, tell us why you're calling. I don't suppose it's to confess to murdering our listeners and friends, is it?
You wish. That would make things easier on you. But alas, I would be lying. I haven't touched a hair on the heads of any of your killer's victims. But I do admire their drive and fortitude. Too bad there's no Unsubs of America convention where we could swap notes and stories. Now there's an idea for a new podcast, should you tire of what you're doing. But I digress, Curdy. I want to tell you about my new tattoo, the Greek letter Psi, on my right wrist. What do you say to that?
Psi represents action of the higher consciousness in a state of receptivity or revelation.
In other words, you know things that other people don't.
How appropriate. So I guess I'll be joining you in the Garden of Eden for your pathetic prey party.
But why?
I'm not sure what you're asking, sweetie.
Well, if you're not the killer, why would you even want to be there? And frankly, we don't need two of you under one roof.
First of all, it's not your choice to make, bucko. This Psi tattoo is my invitation, and you can color me intrigued. I'd like to meet this fellow hobbyist, and it will be a refreshing challenge to match wits and see who ends up the better man, or I assume in my case, woman. If you think about it, I am just what you need to end their reign of terror once and for all. And doing so will be a new feather in my cap.
I still don't like it. Besides, if you participate, we will all know who you are. You'll be unmasked too.
You think I've never worn a disguise before? Ha 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 ha. This ain't my first slaughterhouse. I only wish that Pluto was still a planet. Then I could add it to my very long list of stellar locations where I've left my mark.
Fine. But if you come, you'll have to work together with the rest of us. Are you willing to abide by the rules I set for the team?
Honey, you can play by your rules, and I'll play by mine. Just keep your team out of my way. Otherwise, they might end up collateral damage.
Hello? Hello?
The call has ended.
I don't know, Sally. It's all getting so complicated.
Ridosteer is correct. It is not our choice. We cannot stop this, but we can make contingency plans for whatever scenarios we can foresee. However, I agree the complications are adding up. Perhaps this next caller will have some thoughts that will give us a better handle on things. Hello, Brittany.
Brittany, please tell me you don't have a Greek letter tattoo. You've had nothing to do with this whole thing.
I wish I could, Curdy, but I do. I looked it up. It's gamma.
Gamma, setting into motion, impulse, beginning.
Trust me when I say I'm as confused about this as you are.
The thing is, Brittany, you've been a good friend since the beginning of the show, so your safety is more important than my own. And this isn't a simple Lavender hunt like last year at the Roach Hotel.
I hear you, Curdy, but see, that's the very reason why I'm not even thinking twice about this. I do what I need to do in order to help my friends, especially when their lives are on the line. You know, I did it for Aiden, and I will do it for you. There's just one thing.
What's that?
I get to be Miss Scarlet, because red is my lucky color.
You are one crazy Space Croutonian, Brittany.
Tell me about it. So how many does that make for the team?
There is Curdy, Charlie, Jessup Doubt, Ridosteer, and now you. That makes 5.
Brittany, I hate to ask, but are you with Vera, Lucy, or Alexa now?
Yeah. Do you want to say hello?
No, I mean, yes, tell them hello. But more importantly, do any of them have a new right wrist tattoo?
No, Curdy. They're safely unmarked.
Then you have to do me one more favor. Make them promise not to come to Pluto. No one who's there will be safe. We can't risk any more innocent lives than necessary.
Well, I already did that, and they promised to stay away. I mean, they're not happy about it, but they understand the logic behind it.
See you in 2 weeks, friend.
See you then, Curdy.
Curdy, are you all right?
Who knows, Sally? What the heck was that?
Open up by the order of the court. Judge Rudy presiding.
It took you long enough. Let me give you a tip. Never keep Judge Rudy waiting.
Judge Rudy, what are you doing here?
To tell you the truth, and nothing but the truth, I'm a big fan, Curdy. I have been listening to Space Croutons for years now, and ever since you featured one of my court cases on your show, I have wanted to meet you in person.
Well, thank you, Your Honor, but this isn't the best time for a visit. We're dealing with...
I know what you are dealing with, but maybe you don't know what the deal is in my courtroom. Well, tell Mr. Clammerwood why we're here.
Happy to, Your Honor. Curdy, raise your right hand.
All right.
Now look at my right hand.
On your wrist. Bull, you've got a Greek letter tattoo.
It's Mu.
Mu represents equilibrium of the poles of consciousness or karmic law.
That's moot.
No, that's Mu.
I know, and in my court, that goes without saying, so it's moot. Do you get what I'm saying?
Kinda, but no, not really.
Welcome to Judge Rudy's moot court.
This moot court will now come to order. Curdy Clammerwood, we are here to hear you present your case regarding our participation in your bizarre clue game in 2 weeks' time.
I don't understand.
Please, address her as Your Honor, or be held in contempt of court.
Right. Your Honor, I don't understand. Your bailiff has the tattoo. We need him, but you don't need to place yourself in danger.
Don't be ridiculous, Clammerwood. Sure, Bull has the tattoo, but as I regard him as my right-hand man, thus, the terrorist Parabus.
What?
Judge Rudy is saying that Bull is her right hand, so the tattoo on his wrist might as well be on hers, too.
But really, Judge Rudy, I must object to your plan to be there.
Overruled. Bull?
Court is adjourned. We will see you in 2 weeks for deliberation, verdict, and sentencing of the vile culprit of this horrific string of killings you've been investigating on your show.
Well, I guess that settles that.
The court has spoken, Curdy.
Okay, folks, you heard Sally. A lot has transpired today, and I, for one, still need to wrap my head around it all. It's kind of like my dad used to say, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. And just to keep up the rhyme, why don't you bring me a lime and some salt? Heck, just bring me another round of margaritas. After all, it's after 5 somewhere. And as for Sally and myself, well, if it's after 5, we better close the show for now and get ready for what's coming next. We appreciate your continued support. And remember, keep peace in your heart until our next story time.
If you want to join in, I might have to have some in. Tell your friends and neighbors, we'll be adding capers to the Space Croutons season 3.14.
Let's go!
Space Croutons season 3.14.
If you don't listen, you got no one to listen.
Pie are square? No. Cornbread are square. Pie are round.
Some of it is cheesy, but very light and breezy. A lot of it supersonic, but very planetonic. Space Croutons season 3.14.
Come on!
Space Croutons season 3.14.
Again!
Space Croutons season 3.14.
Oh yeah!
Space Croutons, this is not season 4.
Space Croutons is a work of original fiction. Similarities to persons, situations, or events, real or fictional, is coincidental and unintentional. Created and written by Jerry, Jace, John, Della, and Jeff Goodson. Episode story by Jeff. Original music by Della, John, Jerry, and Jeff. Production by Jeff. Featuring the voice talents of Barry Shea, Patsy Puckett, Joe Mitchell, Della, John, Brittany, and Jeff. Entire work copyright 2021 by Jeff, John, Jerry, Della, and Jace Goodson. This has been a Good Witch audio production.